Cleveland Museum of Art is one of the most prominent art museums in the United States. It holds a vast collection of medieval antiquities, decorative arts, Impressionist paintings, sculptures, Greek, Roman, Indian art, and much more. The museum was inaugurated in 1916 with collections donated by local philanthropists who aimed to provide the city with a top-tier cultural institution. To this day, some galleries bear their names. The museum houses 61,000 pieces and offers free admission. Today, we will explore the museum from the inside. Our visit begins outside, at the site where a copy of Rodin's The Thinker read. The statue, cast in 1906 at Rodin's workshop, was attacked with a bomb in 1970, resulting in its legs being mutilated. It has remained in that state ever since. Nearby the museum, the campus of the Weatherhead School of Management can be seen, designed by Frank Gehry, the same architect of the Guggenheim Museum in Bilbao. Let's begin exploring, starting with the Islamic section. Islamic medieval tableware, decorated with geometric patterns, arabesques, and calligraphy, was not only functional but also artistic. Owning a fine collection of tableware was a symbol of status and wealth. This marble piece was most certainly part of the Via Crucis of a church. The Via Crucis refers to the series of images or sculptures that represent the path of Jesus Christ to his crucifixion, commonly displayed in Christian churches. These were wedding trousseaux, which refer to the items and goods that a woman brings into marriage. Traditionally, the trousseau includes clothing, jewelry, kitchen utensils, and other essential household items. The wedding trousseau symbolizes the bride's preparation for a new role within the marriage and the home, and in many cultures, it also reflects the social status of the bride's family. This is a piece of the core steles from a cathedral. These are medieval tapestries, which were not only decorative but also served to insulate against heat or cold. Additionally, they often represented a type of art that was less commonly depicted in other media of the time, secular art. These are incunabula, books printed before the invention of the printing press. What we see now are various types of sacred objects, most of them reliquaries, small jeweled chests that hold a holy relic, usually a part of a saint's body such as a tooth or a strand of hair. These are medieval ivory objects. Now we move on to the Roman, Greek, Persian, and other ancient antiquities. This is Greek and Roman pottery, characterized by its mythological themes. Greek and Roman art appears similar because the Romans greatly admire Greek culture. This is a Roman sarcophagus that belonged to a noble family. Poorer families were buried in mass graves. These marble statues are carved from a single block, so any mistake would ruin the entire piece. These capitals clearly belong to the Christian period of the Roman Empire. Now we move on to the European painting section. This painting is by Caravaggio. It highlights his use of light and shadow. Plate armor began to be used in the 14th century and reached its peak by the late 15th century. By the 16th century, it had become a richly decorated ceremonial garment, almost sculptural in nature. Although firearms contributed to its decline, the main reason for its disappearance was the high cost of the outfitting entire armies. For the 17th century onward, only mounted cuirassiers continued to wear it, gradually reducing it to just the breastplate and helmet. These soldiers remained active until World War I and today are part of ceremonial units. Here is the This crucifixion is a painting by El Greco, characterized by his elongated figures, mystical atmosphere, strong emotional and spiritual intensity, and striking contrasts of color, with light illuminating the ethereal body of Christ and shadows enveloping the darkened earth. This is a Murillo. This is a Francisco de Zurbarán. This is a Rubens. This is a Frans Hals. A Rembrandt. And another Rembrandt. Here we move on to the decorative arts. Look at those Baroque tapestries in perfect condition. Over there is the more modern painting section. These three paintings are by Van Gogh. This is Cézanne. This is Gogh. These paintings are by Pablo Picasso, the famous painter who developed Cubism alongside with a tumultuous path of romantic relationships. This is a Picasso. This is a Picasso. And this is a Piet Mondrian. Here we have a universal exponent from the area, Andy Warhol, from Pittsburgh. What you see before you is a collection of high-level level Pre-Columbian art in South America. There are very few museums with comparable collections. In this regard, the museum's collection is truly outstanding. The Chinese collection is not as prominent, but look at this Chinese tomb garden. Now, the Buddhist Indian collection. This is a predominantly Indian collection, although there are some Chinese objects. For example, this statue which features Chinese characters. This is because Buddhism expanded predominantly in China. Each of these statues represented an immense amount of work, and some of them probably took 4 or 5 years to complete. This is Shiva, the goddess of destruction and transformation in Hinduism. Hinduism is an animistic religion and has more than 33 million deities. That is for today. I hope you enjoyed this tour through these incredible art collections. If you liked the video, don't forget to like. Comment on which piece impressed you for the most. Share it with your friends. And of course, subscribe in the channel for more content like this. See you in the next video.